Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's Vincent and Shirley King, Maria Walker King. You know, she got five names. But Ask the Kings. Coming to you guys this evening. We're getting a little rain out here in North Texas. A pleasant surprise for August. Usually it's 100 degrees plus. So it's a nice evening. So we're kind of sitting out on the patio and just kind of thought of a great segment would be holding the umbrella in life's storm. Get it?
And we thought to do this one because, as we all know for sure, in marriage, storms are going to come. Sometimes there'll be storms about kids, finances, politics, sports,
History. Oh,
whatever, because we know my team is the best anyway. And then there's also family drama. And so we wanted to talk to couples about what that means when you have to protect each other in a storm, which is why we have the umbrellas to show that, yes, it's raining outside. And
yeah, and honestly, when it's storming, so like somebody has to hold the umbrella, right? When the other one's not feeling up to par. And we've always in the past said marriage isn't 50-50, so 1 week you might be able to give 30, or you might have the 70%. So again, during the storm, somebody has to hold that umbrella to keep the ship moving. Keep the ship moving. Yeah.
yes, because our aesthetics here is actually backyard is like Navy, because retired Navy, go Navy. Okay. So yeah, one of the storms that could definitely come about is Money.
Oh, moolah, money,
Yes.
skrilla,
Yes.
scratch, dineros, dollars,
And
pesos.
what we like to do, instead of like arguing or fighting about it, we actually talk about money openly. We talk about money with respects to our money, as in his and mine, and not everybody else's. So we talk about it, we discuss it, we come to the best solution, and sometimes we don't. And but we try and circle back to make sure at least each person understands where the other person's coming from when it comes to finances. Because with money, what we found is sometimes there's a person who's the immediate money responsibility, and then there's the person who's the long-term saving responsibility. And it's actually switched for us. Earlier in our relationship, I was the immediate. If we were planning for a trip or something, we needed a big purchase item coming up, I knew how to save and put money aside for that, or what we were going to do to purchase that. But if it was long term, like for our retirement, I'm going to refer you over here to Mr. King.
Yeah, and even how you grow up, just depending on how your family structure was growing up. People like to hide money. We've seen that in family, and just not, just your family not talking about money openly. You know what I mean? So we try to get on top of that. Also, drama with your children, with your kids. Even though our daughter's grown now, but we were once there, so they're gonna try to play you against each other. So you guys gotta have that united front. Even if somebody's wrong or she's right, whatever it is, you need to let them know y'all together. You know what I
We are
mean?
one.
Yeah.
Now we can go behind closed doors
Right,
and discuss
right.
our differences. And a good short example is when Valencia wanted to date before the age of 16, what we agreed upon as a family. And she was in on this agreement. But she started liking somebody a little sooner than the age of 16. So we had to make that topic of discussion for us, as we would say, our pre-pillow talk. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And one of us, I'm not gonna say who, but one of us was okay with letting her date before the age of 16. And the other one of us, I'm not gonna say who, was not okay with it. But I knew under the circumstances in which that scenario was, it was gonna happen whether we wanted it to or not. So we talked about it, we discussed it as a family. First, he and I talked about it, and then we presented some options to Valencia as to what dating could look like prior to the age that we agreed upon. She didn't know what all we did behind closed doors, the rolling of the eyes, the punching of the walls. Felicia and Avery can tell you all about that. So that's how hard it was for him to talk about that subject, but we got over it together.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tough one. You know what I mean? So growing pains and parenting pains and just trying to come to an agreement on your children. You know what I mean? So we all know it's gonna happen. They're gonna date, whether it's your daughter dating a boy or your son dating a girl. You know, so
Or in today's time, them dating whoever they would choose to date.
yeah. So you got to talk about it. Shouldn't be a secret because it's gonna happen. And you rather know it than not know it.
And
Because it's happening. It's gonna happen and it's happening. You feel me? Another one is marriage. It's not about avoiding the rain because you're gonna have issues and problems. Again, not when, if, but when.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just try to get in front of it. Even us at 33 years, you know, there's still things that happen. You know, just like any other person married a year. So there's things that are gonna come up. So you want to try to like just pick a time to talk, sit down and talk, chop it up. What's going on? What happened during the week, or something that's on your mind, you know, that you specifically need to talk about. So you just kind of want to get in front of it to avoid all that rain on your head, you know. So you got to get in front of it. Be proactive, not what reactive.
Yeah, not reactive, but proactive. And then another one is always family. And family comes in different variations. As we are older in our relationship and age season, as I typically like to say, you go from transitioning to being a parent to your children to being a parent to your parents.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject. So yeah, that's a tough one.
Won't he gotta do it? That's all I'm gonna say is won't he gonna have to do it? But being able to talk to each other. One of the things that we've had in our marriage is we typically have had it where I deal with my family and he deals with his family, and then we come together. So nobody's gonna come from my family and inquire something about Benson, because I tell my family straight up, if you need something, you coming to me. I know he's the man of the house, but this is where the bloodline kind of stops. So I need to make sure I'm in agreement with the request before I even present it to my husband. And then he's the same way with his family. He needs to make sure he's in agreement with it with his family before he presents it to me, because sometimes family try and play you like sucker.
Like the kids, same thing.
Yeah,
with
same
family.
thing like the kids.
Same thing.
And that part, we're saying it because he may not know the history behind my family dynamics and money or property or anything. So I want to make sure he's up to speed on that, because just because he knows somebody today as a family, he may have not known them back in the day and when they may have taken advantage of other situations. And so I want to make sure my side understands I am your first line of defense, and if it's approved here, then we can present here and see what that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, either way, you know, together, you know, you don't want to let go of the umbrella or each other. So again, the umbrella. Never let go of the umbrella.
And in some cases, you may not have individual umbrellas. You may just have one. And that means if you have one, who's holding the umbrella? At some point, Vince is going to be holding the umbrella to shelter me. And at other times, I may be holding the umbrella to shelter him.
Yeah.
Not hit him,
Must be
shelter.
upside the head.
Either way it works.
You know, the goal is having each other's back, you know, at all times. So, you know, like we said, united front. You guys are one. We're a team. So we need to be that, you know, in all facets.
Yeah. So again, this one is this topic, if you will, was coming behind holding the umbrella in life storms. There's always going to be storms within the marriage and relationship. You guys have to decide how you're going to hold the umbrella and who's going to hold the umbrella. And sometimes you may be holding it longer than the other partner. As Vincent said earlier in the conversation, marriage is never 50-50.
Right.
It's never 100%, 100%. I can't give you 100% of what I don't have, but I can damn sure give you this 60% of all that I have to give you and ask you to bring in that 40% and vice versa.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We just want to tap in with you guys on this semi stormy night. We're gonna kind of enjoy the patio as long as we can. We kind of sprayed, so keep the bugs off of us, and see the humidity's going down. We got the ceiling fan on out here, so we might hang out here for a little bit, drink a little tea and relaxing. But for more relationship questions, you guys can go to askthekings@yahoo.com. Ask. Oh, somebody
They
was
just
raising
rude, and this microphone should not pick it up, but it may pick it up. So if it picked it up, then what he was saying was you guys can email
Ask the Kings
at yahoo.com your questions, and we were answering them anonymously either on a Facebook Live or on the radio, because you guys know we still do our segment Ask the Kings on kkvidfw.com, which is KKVI Radio FM 92 FM,
92 FM.
In the Saxee, Garland, and Rowlett area. So we do that segment as well, and we do answer anonymous questions, relationship questions, family questions, anything to do with marriage and relationships and or family, and sometimes business, because we're business partners too, if y'all remember that episode.
What are we talking about?
So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, this is
Vincent DeLeon King.
all right now, and Shirley Maria Walker King, coming to you from our residential backyard during this light little rain that we got for a topic called Hold the Umbrella in the Storm of Life. We hope you guys got some takeaways from this. Please subscribe, please follow, like, and share, and we look forward to answering your anonymous questions that you can send to us at askthekings@yahoo.com, and that's askthekings with an S at yahoo.com.
Oh, and remember, marriage is what you make it.
Ah,
So let's
let's
make
make
it
it to